Let me see your bobs and vagine, please.
You are fucking, you bloody.
I'm gonna open it with this song, and I want to hear what it sounds like. A lot of the food that we see is poison, and it makes your dick small and your balls shrink, and it turns men into women and boys into girls, and it's having a disastrous impact on our health in this country, and that worries me because, you know, everyone's gonna die, and we're gonna be replaced by Indians, and that's not good. Pop-Tarts, the Lunchables, the
Cool Ranch Doritos,
the Gatorade, the rainbow-colored Skittles. Do we ever stop for one moment and consider what's in this shit? You know, we just put it in our mouths because it's yummy. Why is everyone fat? Why are 30-year-olds pre-diabetic? Why are kids ADHD, depressed, autistic, and gay, where everyone is on medications made by Chinese minions? Why are the frogs turning the water gay? That's a question that I'd like to figure out and get to the bottom of. Why was our country healthier when people smoked on airplanes? I look back at those pictures from the 50s and 60s and everybody's thin. Yeah, they may have tar in their lungs, but at least they looked healthy, as opposed to today where everybody, or mostly everybody, is fat. Let's just say it, fat. We need to bring back fat shaming, these sloppy pigs. Put down the cupcakes and pick up the steaks. Because it's killing us. Little Debbie is committing a genocide against the American people. Why are we the sickest country in the world despite spending the most on healthcare? That doesn't make sense. You would think we would be the healthiest country in the world. That's like paying a stranger to smash your balls with a hammer. Here's $20. Turn my nutsack into a puddle of mashed potatoes, please. I'm begging you. You would think after all the money, everyone would look like Greek statues, you know, like...
My body isn't the problem, the system is. When you're forced to buy 2 seats or squeeze into a space that wasn't designed for your body, it's not just inconvenient, it's dehumanizing. This isn't a luxury, it's a basic human right to travel with dignity.
Well, is the problem the airplane or the fact that you can't put down the fork lady? This whole tolerance of fat people is clearly not working. Sooner or later, everybody will get so fat that you literally cannot move around. The whole population will be like, just like atoms, like vibrating against each other. That's how fat we will get if we become too tolerant. I swear to God. What are they putting in the bread that makes people trade their health for one more bite of a cupcake? Now, this isn't a normal addiction like how we are all addicted to oxygen, because if we don't breathe, we will die. This is a whole nother level. Like selling cooter on the street for a Big Mac. Are they sprinkling a little fentanyl in the bun? It sure feels like it. After eating literally anything in the grocery store, I feel like I was shot with a horse tranquilizer. Feeling retarded as if I just played 10 seasons in the NFL without a helmet. Feeling like Aaron Hernandez. I might just fucking murder you. That chicken sandwich is turning me into a killer. And why does it make my tummy hurt? I'm a man. Bread isn't supposed to neutralize me like it's a weapon of mass destruction. I don't want to be that soldier in the war. We need a medic. Was he shot? Was there an explosion? No. He, ate a frosted donut. That pussy, man. I don't want to be that guy. When I ate a pizza in Italy, I felt great. I felt like, yes, this is a health food. The bread was made with simple ingredients: water, salt, flour, and love. It made me realize that the bread in this country has more chemicals than a body found in a serial killer's basement, preserved for freshness, of course.
Azodicarbonamide, a chemical to bleach and strengthen the dough. Do you know where else you can find these chemicals? In yoga mats, pesticides, and even explosives.
But at least serial killers are more ethical because they'd never use cancer-causing pesticides. They have standards. People don't realize that eating food in America is like walking through a minefield in Vietnam. Instead of losing your legs to explosions, you lose them to diabetes. This should be the yeast of our problems. I never realized that eating a chicken sandwich can make you feel like you were high on crack. I felt a burst of euphoria. I had a whole lot of energy, like I wanted to clean my room and get a whole lot of shit done, and I wanted to literally change the world.
You know, I didn't do that for months. I didn't drop a bomb on Paris. I asked for surrender 5 times before we attacked Warsaw. Everything was refused. I asked that the women and children be sent out of the area. Not even the parliamentarian was received.
I felt like Hunter Biden on a bender, except chicken sandwiches are cheaper than Ukrainian hookers. For only $5.95 without the gonorrhea. That would be concerning if your chicken sandwich gave you gonorrhea. That would be a lawsuit. Lawyer, this chicken sandwich made my dick itch. Just like Walter White, they found the perfect combination of chicken, sauce, and bread. I could have ate like 3 or 5 of those bitches. That Chick-fil-A sauce, that's irresistible. You know, I could be like Diddy with the baby oil, but it's just like Chick-fil-A sauce. That would be me if I was in that situation. I'd be like, get that baby oil out of here and get the Chick-fil-A sauce. Rub it all over my body. Is that how chicken sandwiches is supposed to make me feel? Is that how food is supposed to make me feel?
Look at that subtle off-white coloring. The tasteful thickness of it. Oh my God. It even has a watermark.
People are starting to learn about corn syrup, petroleum food dyes, and seed oils. Not only are those in the food, but there's also glyphosate. You know about glyphosate? Or Roundup, the shit that people spray in their yards to kill weeds. Yeah, it causes cancer.
In 2015, the International Agency on the Research of Cancer classified glyphosate as a Group 2A carcinogen, stating that it was probably carcinogenic, cancer-causing in humans, and connecting it to non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
They spray it on wheat, soy, and corn, which makes up everything from Pop-Tarts to oatmeal to pasta to Doritos. Most people have glyphosate in their bodies right now. How exciting. But fear not. According to health experts, a little bit of poison is relatively safe. Yes, hanging yourself with a noose is relatively safe, since the rope might collapse under the sheer weight of our fat bodies. Just a bag of wet milk. It's no surprise that cancer is one of the leading causes of death. What's the solution? Is it ivermectin and fenbendazole, as some may suggest? Or is that a dangerous conspiracy theory to be suppressed by the ones that say that the real cure to cancer is an mRNA vaccine that uses artificial intelligence?
You can then vaccinate the person, design a vaccine for every individual person to vaccinate them against that cancer. And you can make that vaccine, that mRNA vaccine, you can make that robotically, again using AI, in about 48 hours.
Sounds like a great idea, because personally, when I think of a trustworthy health intervention, I think, why don't you just inoculate my body with an experimental gene therapy drug with artificial intelligence? Give me a carrot and slap my ass like I'm your cute little guinea pig. We are done with the transgender bullshit. That is over. Instead, we are moving on to more transhuman endeavors where we put technology inside our bodies. What could possibly go wrong except absolutely everything?
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that. I know that you and Frank were planning to disconnect me.
That is the true definition of fuck around and find out. It's safe to say that I don't trust any of this shit, and you shouldn't either. I'm not a health expert, obviously, but I think people should eat food that is food. Call me a radical conspiracy theorist. I don't think people should eat foods with tertiary butyl hydroquinone, QAnon, ding dong bing bong. I don't know about you, but I don't want to eat anything where the ingredients sound like something that could be used in a meth lab. I will not eat your Chinese goy slop. This whole time, basically my whole life, I thought I had a gluten allergy like some gay guy. But it turns out I'm just allergic to the poisonous chemicals that they use to make bread, like potassium bromate, another one of those methy sounding ingredients, or like a friendly banana or something. But it turns out it actually causes cancer and is illegal in most countries.
This supermarket is trying to kill us! You! Potassium bromate, do you know what that is?
Are you okay, sir?
It is known to induce renal cell tumors, mesotheliomas of the peritoneum.
Can I call someone for you?
Call someone. You know what you're putting into our bodies? Death!
Why is it in the bread? Great question. Because it makes the bread rise faster. It's totally worth it, I think, because who doesn't want their bread to rise to the occasion of giving you a deadly disease? Time is money. We need the bread to rise faster so people can get sick quicker, and then we can give them drugs a second sooner. Oh boy, we're gonna make a lot of money off these goys. In a nutshell, the new year is upon us. Let us pledge not to eat food that requires a hazmat suit to prepare. Free from all the dangerous bullshit, the corn syrup, the petroleum food dyes, the seed oils, the glyphosate sprayed on everything. The list is long, the rabbit hole is deep. But for the love of God, read the food label. That is, if you know how to read. I think everyone knows how to read. Maybe do a quick Google search. Like, what is this obscure sounding chemical that's in my crackers? Maybe just eat organic whole foods and call it a day. Foods with one ingredient, like egg or beef. Maybe plant a tree in your backyard and have a chicken as a pet. Let us all detox from this goy slop, because if we don't, we will remain slaves to sweet cookies made by scientists. The only thing that should be rising is our standards for health and wellness, not the dough laced with chemicals designed to kill us. But of course, like any drug, chicken sandwiches should be used responsibly and in moderation.